Okay. I'm trying to figure out where I cut off at because I went to the kitchen and got me something to drink and I came back. So I think I was at around the time when I was doing the work or when I was doing a little dancing. Yeah, okay. Anyway, at that time, I also got casted for Monique's Fat Chance at that time. And there was a casting call out here in LA. And I had, what I ended up doing was I had went to um, Tripping on Tuesdays. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but at the Comedy Store, it's a place called, I mean, they have what was called Tripping on Tuesdays, and it was with, geez, who was all doing it back then? Wow, those were the days, Jack. I don't want to be name dropping, but anyway, um, so I went to Tripping on Tuesdays, and I would go like every now and then again, and I would sit in the audience as like I was saying one time before that they want the interesting people sitting in the front for whatever reason, and then Alex and those guys, they would be like, do you see this chick in the front with big titties and this, that, and the other? Well, all that I was doing all that kinds of stuff then, and it was so fun at the time. I mean, it was fun, and that's when I had ultimately met Alex, and then um, so man, those were the days. Anyway, so this particular Tuesday, I had went for that, and then I had got me a room, and I will never forget. If the casting call was held in Marina Del Rey, um, and I had got me a room and I stayed the night there at the hotel. And I had the casting call. I think it was starting off, I think, at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, anyway, I had just stayed the night and went to the. No, that was a second call. That was a different casting call. Yeah, that was a different casting call. Yep, that was a different casting call. When I went to my first casting call, I had one of my coworkers. I was working as a nurse at that time, and I had gotten the memo about the Monique's Fat Chance, and so they were like, Tina, why don't you come out there and try out for that? And I was at that time, I was man, I had my first tummy tuck, and I was bomb. I was a mother of three, but shit, at that time, shit, how old was I? I don't know, 33, 34, 32, somewhere around there. But, I was on deck, and my mom held me down, and Tony was out doing what he was doing, and it was a good time, man. It was a good motherfucking time. And God, there was so much going on. It just takes me back to a time, man. It just takes me back. Um, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, um, so I had gotten with Central Castings. I don't know if anybody know of that, but I linked up with them, and so they would send me out on different calls, and I was doing a lot of background work, um, you know. For different shows and stuff like that, and it was fun. I mean, they was feeding us on the set, and it was cool to go out there and make, $150 to $250 a day. It was nothing, and it was just you was just on the set and you was kicking it, and it was fun. And so I began to meet people, and people begin to see my face and know my face and all that kinds of stuff. And then that's when Girlfriends had first came out, and all this different stuff. And I was doing all this little extra work, and it was cool because I was beginning to meet people, and they were, Tina, you crazy as fuck. Why don't you come? We having such and such after party, and we're going to such and such house for this and that and the other. Why don't you come? And so, and it was like, man, I just started meeting these people, and they was like, shit. Bitch, you crazy as fuck. Let's hang out. So I began to hang out, but I was a square because everybody was doing bumps. I don't know if you guys know what bumps are, but bumps is like lines of cocaine. And so I was never into that stuff because I had been mommy wife for so long, and I had been sheltered, and I had been, having a serious weight issue. And it's like, where do I fit in with these people? Because everybody is wafer thin, and, everybody's doing things that I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean? Everybody was having threesomes, and, men that you would not believe were with men. And then I was going to a lot of industry parties, and just like they do coat checks, they were doing cell phone checks, and they was like, because there's no telling on who you was gonna see in that particular party, and they weren't with their wife, they was with their man. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a lot of that shit going on, and it used to trip me out for a minute. And so anyway, it was crazy. It was crazy. I remember going to I won't say I went to this party, and I'll never forget because Keisha Cole had just came out, and this was after BET Awards, and I had went to this after party, and we had just wrapped for our little dance and stuff, and I went to this party, and I ended up meeting this guy. We vibed all through the night. It was cool, and anyway, needless to say, I got slipped something in my drink. And that was like the first time I was like, y'all, I was flatlined. I was fucked up. It was like I was having tunnel vision, and I woke up in this Mercedes G-Wagon. And I woke up to him smoking weed and blowing this shit in my face. And I was like, and my clothes was all on. Ain't nothing jumped off yet, but I don't know what it was. I don't know. He was kissing me in my face, but he was blowing this reefer in my face. And I snapped out of it. When I snapped the fuck out of it, I was like, wait a minute. And we was in the parking lot. We were downtown LA at this club. What's the name of that fucking club? I think it's a different name now. I'm not gonna. I can't even say it. No way. I won't say it. But anyway, we was downtown LA, and and I won't say his name either. I won't say his name either. But yeah, he was trying to get at me. He was trying to do something to my ass, but it was something that was blocking him from doing it. And before it can jump off, I snapped the fuck out of it. And it was crazy. It was crazy as fuck. It was crazy. And so that kind of scared me. I called my mom. My mom was like, you need to come home. I was like, Mom, I'm coming home. And then back at that time, I had also met this other guy that lives in New York. He's in the industry. He lives in New York, though. And that was when, I was seriously doing the BET days and stuff. And they were staying at the Four Seasons. I don't know if you guys know what the Four Seasons are. Some of you probably do, but it's a very, very, very posh hotel here. And so I called him up and I told him that I'm over here. I'm at blah blah blah, and I was just in this car with such and such just tried to blah 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 and yada yada yada. And so he was like, well, come to me. And that was my first time ever being in the Four Seasons hotel. Y'all, you talking about the shit. Oh my fucking God. And see, here, the BET Awards are held at the Shrine Auditorium here. And it's right next to USC College. And every time I think about the Shrine Auditorium, it's like, man, I think about Felix the Cat for whatever reason, because it's Felix Auto Center over there. And it has a huge Felix the Cat, right? So anyway, so I goes to his room and stuff, and he didn't have sex with me or nothing. He just rubbed my head, And he just let me come down off of what I was on. And as a matter of fact, he had sent a car to come get me from downtown. And so I'm downloading that video, y'all. And so anyway, so he had sent a car to come get me, and me and him had a friendship ever since. Ever since. I mean, we've been cool as shit. And I mean, it just never really jumped off. I mean, I think, well, let's see. The first time we made out, we only made out twice, y'all. We had sex twice. And, but he's traveling all the time. He has a large fan base. He has a lot going on. And though we are close as shit, but he lives on the east and I live on the west, and it's like, I'm, what Prince said, I don't want to be your weekend lover, and it's like that. That's all it would be, and that's the disconnect with me because, you know, if I'm gonna give myself to you, I want to give myself to you fully, and giving you half of me is not enough, because it's like, if we're gonna go all the way, let's go all the way. Let's have a full-fledged relationship. He And at the time, me and him was so close. He was like, let's get married, yada, yada, yada. But at the time, of course, I was still married with Tone. You know what I mean? And I think that's what fucked it up because, he really wanted to get married. And I couldn't marry him because I had just separated from my husband and I'm just trying to lose this weight and all this other shit. And it just was not the right time. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Fuck it, I might as well go on and keep fucking talking because it's after 11 minutes. I'm going to have to download this a different way. So, I didn't want to do that. So, anyway, so, and as a matter of fact, when Mom died and I was in New York City at that time, and I was going over this bridge. We were leaving from Jersey, and we were going over this bridge, and we were getting ready to pay the toll. And that's when I got the phone call that my mom had died. And as a matter of fact, I was with somebody else at that time. And I was working on a calendar campaign, and I got that call that mom had died. And I just flipped out. But immediately, when we had got into New York City, I had called my dearest friend up, and he was home at the time. And so we had spoken everything, and he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. He was like, who were you with? And I was telling him who I was with. It was another industry cat. And so he was like, well, I'll send a car to come get you. I'm in Manhattan. And I'm like, it was just crazy, y'all. It was my life is crazy. I mean, crazy, crazy, crazy. Like, crazy. And so that was the turning point for me to slow down, because when Mom died, I wasn't there. My kids were there, and my mom was like my biggest fan. She wanted so much for me to make it in the entertainment business, and I was so driven. I wanted it so badly. I went for that Monique's Fat Chance the first time. I made it the first time, and then there was a clause in it because, for the simple fact, it was like I never forget either. One of the producers had called me up on the phone, and that's when at that time Monique was living in the Valley, and all the girls were going to meet up at Monique's house for like a when it first kick off or whatever. And I had gotten a phone call, and they were like, it's a conflict of interest, yada, yada, yada. You can't be on the show, yada, yada, yada. And it just hurt me so bad, because I really wanted that. I really, really wanted that. But, I understood I understood the reason behind it. But and I had done the full background, because you have to do like a full black background, and you have to sign like all kind of waivers and all kind of clauses and stuff that you have to sign when you're going on a reality show. What a lot of people don't know is, a lot of these shows, they tape months in advance. Usually it's like 3 months in advance. Like right now we're watching the Atlanta Housewives, but actually those chicks they on some whole other shit right now. I mean, that shit has wrapped a long time ago. I think they wrapped up, I think September or something like that. I mean, and so what we're watching is like, no, before that. I don't know. But anyway, that shit is taped like 3 months. And so what we see has definitely been edited. It's not a script in that type of stuff, but they do push the envelope and, bring forth shit for you, dialogue. You know what I mean? Like they'll push on shit. Like if there's some tension there between Nene Leakes and I don't know, Kim, then they'll push the envelope and make it more than what it is. And then by the time it's on the cutting room floor, when we get it back to see it as public, it's like a whole different get down on what actually really happened. So a lot of people don't know that kind of stuff, but it's a trip on the way things in which things go, and then they build personalities for people. They make you you not like a they'll make you out to be like a villain, and and it's total opposite of what your personality really is. But the way in which it's been edited and all that other shit is what they bring forth for the public to see. And so that's kind of the way that goes. But anyway, y'all, so mom passed in '07. Then that's when I just went on a rampage of surgeries. I mean, I think, let's see, mom passed in November. I started getting surgeries. I think the first one was March 30th. And I think the first thing that I had gotten was it the arm lift? I don't know, because it was all like in from March 30th up until June. I had an arm lift and lipo. That was one surgery day. Then the next time I went, I had a thigh lift. That was the worst fucking thing ever. Ever, ever, ever. I tell anybody, after you lose your weight and you have to get a body lift, that thigh lift will eat your ass up. Because what they do is they cut you from the front to the motherfucking back. Your whole bikini line between your legs, from the front all the way to the back, is where they cut you at. So, and we as women, you gotta sit on the potty and shit to pee and shit. Well, ain't no sitting on the potty and all that shit. You got to pretty much do everything standing up, because you got staples and sutures and all that shit right there. And so it was rough, y'all. I mean, that was, oh my god, I cried so. Oh my god, I don't think I could sit down for a few weeks before I can even sit down. And the surgery, I really got a bum job too, y'all. I really did, because and that's why I'm getting his ass. I ain't gonna even, and what stops me from really getting him, what I need to stop, trying to do covenant over motherfuckers, is the fact that he is a brother. My plastic surgeon is a black man, and we really cool, and he wants to go back and do some work for me for free, because he know he fucked me up. Y'all, when I got my thigh lift, this motherfucker pulled my labia open so tough. Oh my god. And your lips is usually like this, right? Well, after I got my thigh lift, my shit was like that. My shit would not close. And even still, my shit is not right. I mean, it's like, what's wrong with my pussy? You know what I mean? But it's cool, but it's not cool. And I'm not gonna go no further with it. But he just gave me a bomb ass, a bullshit ass job. And then, like, with my arms, like, you'll see, like, if you can see it, like, pulling on my arms, you know and it's like I can't lift this. I can lift it up, but it's like he just fucked me up. I mean, and it's like that was in '08. So I mean, I'm slightly better, but I still need this shit redone and fixed. But you go through so much, and the recovery time is so serious that I really don't want to put myself back through it. You know what I mean? But anyway, and then I was going through all that. And then he did my tummy tuck again. So then that was my second tummy tuck, because the first one, I had a lot of loose skin. Hold on. Oh shit, I'm going on 20 minutes. Fuck. It's going to take forever for this motherfucker to download. And so, he had redone my tummy tuck again, because when the swelling and stuff went down, I still was able to, pull, a little, it was still kind of loose. And so he redid that again. But he didn't, it wasn't as invasive, because actually what they do is they also tighten in your muscles and stuff. But he didn't do no muscle tightening. He just did loose skin. So he redid that. And then I got more lipo. And it was crazy, y'all. But he refused to do anything to my face. He would never ever do nothing to my face. He said, Tina, your face is fucking gorgeous. Flawless. I won't even give you no Botox, no nothing. Because your expressions and all that stuff, I mean, if I, do that, you just wouldn't be you no more. So he would never do anything to my face. So I've never gotten any facial work done. But after losing the weight, I did have quite a bit of loose skin, and I had to get that shit off. So now, what I plan to do now is to go back, and I do want lipo, but I want lipo of my flanks and in my back, in my waistline. And the good thing about lipo is when you gain weight, you don't gain weight in that area. Now, your legs might be big as a motherfucker because you didn't lipo them. Or that ass might protrude out like a motherfucker. But that waist and that motherfucking belly is going to be the same. I mean, you just do not gain any weight in that area. Now, a lot of people say, well, why don't you just go to the gym, just work it all out and all that? Yeah, you work it all out and you lose a little bit. But when your ass get to gaining that weight back, you're going to gain all that shit back in that spot. I'm not that one. I'll fuck that. Go head on and suction my shit out and I'm cool. Now, yeah, I'm still going back to the gym. Don't misunderstand me. I'm going to the gym. Bally's has sent me a real cool ass email. And so they want to charge me to come back $99. So I have to pay for it by the 12th of this month. And they're going to give me until the 28th of 2012. So I'll get a full year of Bally's membership for $98. So I'm going to go ahead on and pay that and go back to Bally's, because at the time I was working out like my body was so motherfucking fierce, y'all, man. Hold on, let me try to pull up one of the pictures while I'm up here bullshitting. But I don't know if you guys remember that bathtub picture that I had that somebody complained about, that it was my background picture, and somebody was pitching a fit, and YouTube contacted me and told me that I needed to remove it promptly, or they were going to remove it, or sanction me, or whatever the fuck they was going to do. So I just took it down. But let me see if I could pull it up. I should have did this a while ago, because now I got to find it. I got so many pictures on my fucking things of all kinds of shit. Let me show you one of my exes right quick with his fine ass. I don't give a damn. I know he gonna, Tina, why you showing my fucking pictures with your fine ass? Mama got to do it. Hold on. Show you one of my fucking exes with his fine ass. That's a little picture of him, but let me show you. You talking about a fine motherfucker? Hold on. Let me show you my baby. And we still really, really cool. As a matter of fact, he moved to Florida. And, where's baby? Y'all, this is when I was in, look it, I'm not going to zoom in on it real tough, but I was in a tub. And that was the day before my mom passed. I was in Jersey. I mean, I was in New York, and I was in my hotel room. Let me go back. I'm trying to show you guys this picture if I can. Where is it? Here we go. Now, this picture right here is when Mama was real. Oh, damn, why I come out so little? Look how small my waist is. If you could see that. I have a bigger one. I don't know why that one's little. But here's my bathtub picture. And I was, see how much smaller I was, y'all? Now, believe it or not, now you see that wristband thing on me? I had, y'all, the guy that I was with, we tried that motherfucking anal. Remember I told y'all I tried that anal years back? And anyway, y'all, that motherfucker fucked up my sciatic nerve. I was fucked up. And he had took me to the hospital, y'all. Because I was like, take me to emergency. Bitch was all fucked up. And so he was giving me a bath. And he was like, but you look so cute in the tub. And so he took a picture of my ass. My ass was on fire. That motherfucker, shit, tore my ass up. I was like, why'd you keep moving? Shit. Let me show you. Anyway. Yeah, see, they not coming out right. They coming out too little. But yeah, guys, your girl has truly, true. I mean, I've had a really cool life. I wouldn't trade my shit for nothing in the world. Man, I've been able to meet some really, really cool motherfuckers. I've been able to be in a company of folks that I would have thought. I mean, just on some real cool shit, baby. I mean, some cool shit. I mean, and I would love to just be able to just run through my pictures with you guys and show you guys what's up. But really, just out of the respect of somebody else, because a lot of these people, they don't want their faces and shit all out there like that, in which I don't blame them. Let me show you one of my headshots. It's my headshot. Let me see. So anyway, y'all, let me get off this motherfucker for it be 30 minutes. I'll be back in a minute. Love you. Bye.